Good morning, Periscope. I hope you guys are doing well. This is a beautiful view of the first set of locks of the Panama Canal. We are here live in Panama City. Let's just take a quick look around here. I'm hoping you guys are getting this okay. The network has been a little bit patchy. So we actually just, our boat kind of came through here. The locks closed and they use a little bit of pressure, the water pressure, to finish and create a nice seal on the rest of the water down here. And then as the fresh water comes in, it starts to lift up the boat, and so we're now in the first set of locks. Let's go take a quick look around and see what's going on. Yeah, thank you so much, Fort Wayne. Let me just give you a show. Oh, hey, Sean, how are you? Good. So if you see here, this is a lot, really much cooler than I thought it was going to be. So here is the Panama Canal Coast Guard. Oh, good. Hi in North Carolina. I'm so glad you've been here. This is actually my first time here. So what happens is you actually, as the boat comes through, one of these captains actually jumps up into the boat and will actually drive our boat for us. And I haven't been to, we actually just got here super late last night. We'll definitely check out the fish market when we get here. And so then as we kind of go through, because there's only limited water, they actually use fresh water for the Panama Canal. And so as you kind of go through, we actually have to follow this big boat all the way through as we go through. Yeah, we'll definitely check out the fish market. We just arrived late last night. So yes, we followed this boat through. We're gonna go all the way through. We're gonna get lowered and then we'll exit on the other side. We're only doing a half transit today. Well, hello, Rupen. Great to see you. Ceviche, yes, I love fish. So we'll have to take a look at that once we get them. Born calm down. I don't know. Is that a place, Wayne? I don't know that word. It's loud. So here we are again. Oh, thank you so much for the share, Rupen. I really appreciate it. So they gave us a pretty cute little boat on this side. So the Panama Canal is it's like well over 100 years old now. It is very loud. Yeah, they have a couple horns and everything. And then there's trains that come through. It is actually, the Panama Canal is actually a private company, which I didn't realize. It's not run by the government or anything else. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Andrew. So it's not run by anybody else. It is a for-profit excursion, and so we're motoring a little bit pretty fast here actually as we go through. So they finally filled up the thank you very much, Rupen. I appreciate that. And if you guys want to share this along, don't forget to follow. No, we're just going to do the half transit today, just on the one way through. It's so stunningly beautiful. Thanks. Hello in Hamilton, Ontario. You have a Calgarian in Panama this week. So we're actually going to be spending the full day in Panama City, and then we're going to be heading out tomorrow morning to. Is that what it is? Thanks so much, Wayne. I appreciate the history on this. I don't know for sure, but yeah, tomorrow we're going to be taking a flight out to a place called Bocas del Toro, which is in the northern part of Panama. I'm from Calgary, Canada. We arrived here late last night. Thank you so much for the hearts. Yeah, Canadians, right? Oh, look you can actually see a little bird there. Yeah, there he is. He's just taking a swim. Oh, a couple of them are taking a swim. There's a little bit of territory wars here happening. Oops, will come back to me for a second. Oh yeah, Canada. This is my partner, Sean Shuchuk. Yeah, thank you. If you guys want to follow us along on Snapchat as well, we've been doing quite a few snaps as we go. I'm Kim.Orleski, and then you have Sean at Sean R. Shuchuk. Yes, I've been to Costa Rica. I did Liberia, and we did Tamarindo. Yeah, and Sean SHWN. AWN. There's an A in there. Sean, what have you kind of like learned or taken away from Panama so far?
So far, hey, listen, it's beautiful, and you know what? Surprisingly, I like it. Some places I've been, not so much, but this has been amazing. Hey, it's all good. The spelling's awesome.
Yeah. So we're motoring here, so I want to show you guys how we're kind of through here. And actually, I am really surprised that the footage is as good as it is. So I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying this as we go along. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to go to Bocas del Toro, which is in the northern part of Panama. It's actually its own province, and there's actually a place called Bocas Town. Panamanians are... yes, Sean will be posting photos. So we have a couple photographers asking how many photos you're going to be posting. Where is the best place to get your photos, Sean?
I don't know. First, go follow us on Snapchat. You'll see a bunch of stuff. We'll be posting a bunch of stuff later for both Kim and I.
Okay, so and then you can follow us along on all of our social media accounts as well. I'll be Snapchat. I think Snapchat and Periscope for me are going to be the biggest ones. Sean is going to be mostly Snapchat. He may be posting some on his personal Facebook photo, so you can actually find there. I love Anthony Bourdain. Honestly, he's so cool. I think the last time I watched one of his shows was he was doing Hong Kong, and I've been there as well. Yeah, thank you guys. I'm so glad we can enjoy this this adventure with you. It is like complete rainforest here. We were a little scared before we arrived because it was showing that that it was going to thunder shower the entire time we were here, and we kind of laughed about it because we're like, well, what else would you expect for a rainforest? Okay, let's take a look at this. Actually, this is like really cool. So they have stairs, and it's all on a rail line as well. So if the ship is too big, you would actually have to go and have all of your cargo taken off, and then they'll actually ship all the cargo via train. But these are more of like the little commuter trains in there. And look, there's a viewing platform up there, so we can actually see all the people up there. The open air market. I'm going to go check that out. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, pay for lunch. Yeah, we love to travel, guys. That's probably one of our biggest things, right? We do a lot of traveling. It's kind of part of the lifestyle that we've lived for ourselves. Yes, they served us pineapple for breakfast this morning on the tour, and I'm so excited for much more here. Everyone's very excited. Look at the size of this tanker right in front of us. No, it's not, and neither is the milk. I'm actually a coffee, un café con azúcar y leche, and it's not very good. That means coffee with sugar and milk, please. Or you just say café blanc, which is a white coffee. It's very, mostly an Australian type of term, I think, because they call it white coffee, which means coffee with milk. The visitors, I think that's the visitor center up there, and that may be where they drop us off. I'm not too sure. All I know is that we kind of booked it, like I said, we got in late last night. We got in, by the time we were finished our flight and got to our hotel, it was about 10 p.m. last night. So thankfully we booked this tour just before we left for Canada. And I'm mostly one of those travelers that actually likes to travel and book as you go along. Okay, there's a little... no, not jet lagged. Actually, it's only an hour ahead, so that's actually quite nice. I am based in Canada. They're on Central Time, and I'm based on Mountain Standard Time, so it's only an hour ahead. But it is quite tiring. It was a full day of traveling. We got to get to our first flight was at 8:30 a.m., so we had to be at the airport for 6 o'clock. We had to be at the airport for 6 o'clock, and then we had to fly via Houston. Had a 3-hour layover in Houston, and then we headed over to Panama City. Oh, we're gonna hug this boat here. Let's go see if we can take a quicker look. And it's quite an international ship. Oh, perfect, Fort Wayne. I'm so glad you're letting me know this. Oh, look at this guy. You can see him just on the top there. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can have a better look. This tour is actually a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I was a little bit afraid that it was going to be a little bit lame, to say bluntly, because I do love history. I love museums, but I can only handle so much of it. And when they were telling me that it was going to be a 5 to 6 hour tour for the partial transit, and I believe 7 to 8 in the full transit, I was a little bit weary that it wasn't going to be as enjoyable. Mia Flores. Miraflores desde. So we'll be here. So this tour actually started at 7 o'clock, and we'll probably go until about 1 p.m. Where is the ship in front of you registered? Oh, I don't know. Let's take a look. That's the only thing I see on it. I don't know where it's registered though. And thank you guys so much for following. I appreciate this. This is actually really, really exciting. Yeah, big boats, right? What did they say, right? I like big boats and I cannot lie. Thank you. You guys are funny with me. I enjoy this. Yeah, everyone's having a good time. Oh, there's a small child. There you go. Don't leave your child unattended. They'll have to go in boat prison. And of course there's lots of souvenirs. Oh, here you guys go. This is actually exciting. We're going to go through the second set of locks now. Did you want to come see the locks, Sean? No, and apparently they say that you do get quite a bit of crocodiles, right? They don't allow you to swim anymore. I guess the original Halliburton, who owns Halliburton Oil, one of his things was actually back in, like, I think they said 1932, he swam the Panama Canal, and now they don't allow anybody to swim it. Everyone likes this. Lots of selfies, lots of selfie sticks. This guy's interviewing something. I don't know if he's just doing video or if he's actually doing maybe a Periscope or something else. Maybe he's in the same function I am. Look at this. There's two here. So now we're going to go through the second set of locks. Oh no, he's just recording. He's not actually using it for live streaming. Oh, you can hear some bells. They're saying, "Get clear the way." And yeah, it is, isn't it? Like think about this. Like, I mean, this is over 100 years old. And, you know, I mean, when it was created, right? I mean, this would have been like, I mean, it still is to this day an engineering marvel, right? To have created something. I guess it was the same people that did the Suez Canal in Egypt. 1908. Thank you so much, Wayne. I appreciate that. Yeah, so 108 years old. Right? And so, you know, I mean, an engineering marvel really when it comes out to it. My camera is not, I don't know if it's picking up the that. I wonder how much that guy gets paid to walk across this. I'm not much, I don't mind heights, but this would be like a little bit freaky for me. So, and then it's going to go to the core. So now that it's sealed, and you actually can kind of see there's a little bit of a gap in between. That gap actually stays up until the water pressure naturally forces it closed. I guess, you know, back in 1908, they didn't have the ability to be as accurate and forceful with that type of structure. But, I mean, it works, obviously. And so, yeah, now, and then you can actually see now it's kind of closed. So the water pressure is actually forced it closed. And we are actually starting to rise. And so you can actually if you look at the bottom there, you can actually see how quickly the tide starts to rise within this. It doesn't, we don't feel it, like you don't feel it like rising, but you can definitely see it as the water starts to carry us away. Yeah, really amazing, isn't this? I highly recommend this tour. I booked it through Gray Line. It wasn't actually that bad. We paid, I think, 150 or so Canadian. I was looking at other ones online, and they were looking at anywhere between 150 to 200 American. So I think we've got a pretty good deal. I think we probably got an even better deal had we booked it when we were here. But because this low season right now, the only time they were allowing Panama Canal tours were on Saturdays. And this was going to be our only Saturday that we were going to be spending in Panama. And so we just had to book it all online. Anybody want to go for a swim? There might be crocodiles in there. Oh, here we go. See, like all of a sudden, like I'm almost at like, we're almost level here. Oh, okay, there's the big boat. I like big boats and I cannot lie. The train only runs once a day, I would imagine. Well, and we were even chatting with some locals about like kind of where the best areas to go to and everything. And everything is very, like, I mean, the infrastructure here is not set up the same way. So it is quite difficult to drive. Look at the size of this boat. Okay guys, this is, you just experienced the Panama Canal. We're gonna be working our way out. So thank you all so much for joining me. Follow me along on Periscope if you're not currently a fan. On Snapchat, I'm kim.orleski. Follow my partner along, Sean R. Shuchuk, S-H-A-W-N-R Shuchuk. Yeah, thank you, Wayne. I really appreciate all of your comments, all the history and help with this. And yeah, and if you guys aren't currently a follower, follow along. We're gonna be seeing more Panama throughout the week as we're on vacation. Bye guys. Oh, I love you too.